shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Danny, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively.
Hi, I'm Michelle Payton with Pulling for Veterans, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Hi, yes. Good morning, Frederick. How are you? My goodness, today is Thursday, September 12th. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Can't believe we are already to the end of our week. And wow, we are moving right along for sure. Here's a rundown of today's show. I've also updated our donation to Christmas Cash for Kids. I'm going to try something here. This ought to be great. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, you can't see if I do it that way. Okay. Oh, goodness. See? All right. I've already messed it up. Let's see what we got here. We're going here. Oh, look at that. Now I don't even know how to get back to the way I was. Okay. Here we go. I know I should do this when we're not live. I was just trying to make it a little bit bigger, and I will figure it out. But here we go. We've got our updates for our donation to Christmas Cash for Kids. That comes directly from the Good Morning Frederick merch that you purchase. All the proceeds will be donated each month. So hopefully, let's see, if we do about $100 a month, 1, 2, 3, 4, 400, well, it'll be $500 to Christmas Cash for Kids, which is pretty awesome. All right, Chris Michaels will be here with local news, weather, and sports. Of course, I'm going to tell you what's happening in Frederick. Got a big weekend coming up, and I've got some dates you're going to want to mark on your calendar for the near future. I talked to Rhonda Lang from Raize the Bar. Mama Cone and I visited her while she was at the Urbana Farmers Market, and we tested some of her treats, and we'll let you know about those. Bryce Griffler from Safety is for Everyone. I got to meet him, and we'll chat with him. And then Miss Maryland, Bridget O'Brien, I got to chat with her recently too. She was visiting her former dance studio, 24/7 Dance, and I went over there and got a chance to chat with her. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are slowly but surely getting to our 1,000 subscribers. I'm hoping by the end of this month, which means we have we have 18 more days to get about 210 people, I think is what we need. It might be 209 by now. I think somebody subscribed yesterday. So welcome to all our new subscribers. Thank you for finding the show. Remember, no matter what platform you're watching this show on, YouTube seems to be the most secure. We're still having some issues with our periphery pages that we are streaming to suddenly. I don't know what happened, but other than the group Everything Frederick and More and my personal Facebook page, none of my other pages are streaming the show. So I usually go through and reshare it. So yeah, I have no idea what's happening there. But YouTube has been, knock wood, one of the most stable platforms that we stream to. And if you want to know, if you've just joined us and you want to know what this show is all about, well, it's all about Frederick. You know, I was working my former job and got the idea. I think I can do something pretty cool and highlight all the amazing people, businesses, nonprofits, and events that we do here right in our gorgeous county. You know, we have a pretty big county. It stretches pretty far and wide. And I like to bring it to you. And I do love when people stop me when I'm out and about, which I absolutely love, and say, oh my gosh, there's so many people I didn't even know existed. And I say the same thing every day. I thought I was pretty connected in the community until starting this show. And it's been really wonderful. I enjoy it. And selfishly, I think I probably get more out of it than anybody. So we thank you for letting us continue to move forward with this show. Don't forget about the podcast. If you're in the car and just want to listen, you can find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, and other platforms. This show also, when I started it, it was about helping as many nonprofits and businesses as I could. And one of the things that Shannon from Everything Frederick and More and the Goddess Group of Real Estate and I are doing from now through the end of September is collecting new twin-sized bedding for Sleep in Heavenly Peace. Now, we heard from Lindsay and Lou yesterday about Sleep in Heavenly Peace. Right now, they've got 30 applications for new beds for kids right here in Frederick County. They've built over 2,000 beds since they started here in Frederick County, and they estimate that there may be as many as another 2,000 to 3,000 kids who may be sleeping on the floor in our county. And we don't like that. We want a kid to have their own bed, get a good night's sleep, new mattress, new bedding, something that is their very own. And Sleep in Heavenly Peace can make that happen. And they would really appreciate our help with the bedding, twin-sized sheets, pillowcases, pillows, comforters. If you can pick one up, that's awesome. If that is too much work, please feel free to Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, or PayPal me. I want to thank, I think I got 3 or 4 $10 PayPals yesterday. So Mama Cone and I, right before the end of the month, will take all of the donations and go shopping and find the best prices so we can get the most bedding to help as many kids as possible. And we cannot do it without your help. So $5, $10. Again, if you have some Kohl's cash you want to drop off to me, I'm happy to take that as well. All right, let's get this show started. Good morning, Frederick. Thank you to our show sponsor. We help you move, no matter whether you're moving across the street or across the country. Nicholas and his team of moving experts make that whole process easier. We Help You Move is veteran-owned and a great supporter of the Frederick community. When you see somebody who says, hey, do you know of a great mover? Say, yes, we help you move. Good Morning Frederick recommends, and I do, because he has helped me move a couple of times from my townhouse to storage, from storage to the home we're in now. And they did a fabulous job and were more affordable than some of the other options. So we like that. We like affordability, but we also appreciate good service And, they took great care of our things. WeHelpYouMove.com. All right. I think Chris Michaels has just come in. Let's get your local news, weather, and sports from Chris Michaels from WFMD's Morning News Express. Oh, well, let me take that down. I mean, although that's very important, our Sleep in Heavenly Peace donations. What a great organization they are.
You know what? Anytime, Danny, we can help out children, anybody who needs the cash. I'm all for it. I'm happy to do it, and I will give you my donation when I see you because I think it's a great cause.
I'm going to shake you down. Don't you worry.
Danny's going to give me what we used to call a swirly in high school. She's actually going to pick me up by my ankles and wave me over the toilet and shake out sort of what my wife does every day. When she wants money, shake out the extra change that's in my pocket. And being in radio, that's about all I have is change.
Just wait. Well, I think that used to be, was that the opening of, there was a show, was it Married with Children? I can't remember. The mother, the daughter, everybody comes and takes their money and dad's left with nothing.
Married with Children, the great, I got to tell you, Danny, man, I wish you shouldn't have mentioned that show because it's one of my all-time favorite shows, and we got to get to news. But that was Married with Children, and at the end, Buck takes the money, too, from him, and he has nothing left. Great classic show that would not be allowed to be on TV nowadays. It's so politically incorrect. But yes.
Somebody would get offended for sure. Somebody would.
Well, and they did back then, too. They got offended. People sent emails back then about the show, but listen, we got to laugh. It's funny, okay?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, he gets what's deserved to him, Al. Just like, look, All in the Family, one of my all-time favorite shows, okay? And, of course, The Jeffersons. And that's what we're missing is comedy.
Yeah.
We need to laugh.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Well, how is everything and what is happening in Frederick? Anything good?
Well, the weather's good, so that's good. Good Morning Frederick is on, so listen, how about we skip the news altogether? I just tell you what's good in Frederick. Do you want to just do that?
I guess, yes. If we want to stick to positivity, we probably have to leave out the news segment.
But we will get into not positive stuff, the not so bad news. Well, the Frederick County Board of Education heard a lot of testimony on Policy 443 on Wednesday night. Adopted, of course, in 2021, the policy gives students the right to express and discuss their gender identity, including those who are transgender and gender non-conforming. And some of these words I have to look up, so I don't know what they mean, to be honest with you. But it also grants them the right to be addressed by their preferred pronouns and access facilities that conform to their gender identities, including restrooms, locker rooms, changing facilities, etc. They can also participate in sports and physical education classes in a manner consistent with their gender identity. Heather Fletcher is an opponent of this policy, spoke to the school board on Wednesday. She criticized the board for adopting this policy. They've thrown caution to the wind. This is coming from Heather. They've thrown caution to the wind and common sense in the name of diversity, equality, and inclusion and belonging, and refuse to listen to doctors and parents who say first, not harm, she said. Look, I'm not going to get too much into it on your show because all joking aside, it's a positive show. We bring people together. I did my rant on it this morning on the Morning News Express, okay? This is strictly my opinion for those out there, not Danny's opinion, not the opinion of Good Morning Frederick. Strictly my opinion, and I mean this with all respectfulness. I don't want my daughter is 13 years old, okay? I don't want boys changing in her locker rooms. I don't want boys using her bathrooms, okay? I'm totally against bullying. I don't care what gender anybody identifies with. We respect people no matter what. Whatever identity crisis children are having needs to be discussed at home, not in the school system. And if there's a child who's identifying as another sex, never, ever bully that child. They are children. It needs to be discussed at home. That being said, I can't agree with changing in the opposite sex of the restroom or changing room. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. Those of you might disagree with me out there. Some might agree with me. Again, strictly my opinion, not the opinion of Danny or Good Morning Frederick. Just want to make sure I say that.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. But look, I mean, I think it's, it is, it's in the forefront, and it's in the news. And, I just feel like all kids, I get everybody needs to be treated fairly and individually. I just think there's another solution for those kids who may feel uncomfortable with having someone of a different biological sex in their close midst, like a locker room or a bathroom. So,
And again, it comes down to having discussion with parents. Look,
yeah.
I'm all for teachers getting involved if the child. Unfortunately, there's so many parents out there who just don't care and won't discuss it with their child. If that's the case, or if maybe the child doesn't have parents, I'm all for the teacher giving advice and talking to them. But that's only if the child doesn't have parents to fall back on.
Yeah.
If that child has loving parents, it needs to be discussed at home, and that's the end of the story. Let's get back to teaching math, science, and stuff like that. And that's what's important. So again, just my opinion, but we want to give the news, and that was the news in Frederick County. Getting back to some good news here. Look, I got some good news here for you, Dan. You see, 1.9 million in scholarships have been awarded to more than 350 students for the 2024 and 2025 academic year by the Community Foundation of Frederick County. Now, the organization says the money came from donors who set up endowed funds with the foundation to help students with educational plans. The 190 different charitable funds were set up by organizations such as the Quantum Frederick Scholarship Fund, the John J. Slezak Instrumental Scholarship Fund, and a bunch of other ones. The students come from all 10 Frederick County public high schools, local private schools, and homeschool programs. So that's great. Funds there to help students who need it. Not good news. And again, this is just another story showing how important our heroes are in Frederick County and how they have to deal with horrible things. Frederick police say 2 of their officers were injured Tuesday night while trying to arrest a domestic violence suspect. At 8 p.m., the 2 officers were dispatched to the 1000 block of Heather Ridge Drive for the domestic incident. They were also provided with a description of the suspect, identified as Marcus DeAndre Taylor, 36, who fled the scene. He was located and gave officers false names as they tried to take Taylor into custody. The 2 police officers were assaulted. Backup officers were called out. They located Taylor and took him into custody without further incident. Emergency medical services personnel were dispatched to the scenes. They took the 2 injured officers to Frederick Health Hospital. Police say one has a dislocated shoulder, which I've had that. It's not fun. It hurts. And the other has a broken thumb. Both will be on restricted duty until they recover from their injuries. Taylor is charged with numerous offenses, including burglary, assault, theft, resisting arrest. He's also wanted on 2 outstanding priors. Taylor is currently being held without bond. And again, thank God those officers, they're not, life-threatening injuries, but they're injuries nonetheless. And it goes to show you what they do for us, putting their life on the line.
Yep, we wish them speedy recoveries. I've never dislocated my shoulder, but it looks horrible. So
it is not fun. I had dislocated, and it's to this day, Danny, it doesn't fully heal. From what the doctor was saying, the cartilage around it doesn't fully heal. So every so often, I literally feel the bone moving around. Not to sound gross, but that's, so it's not fun. Taking a look at weather. Currently, it is in the 60s, 64 degrees. We're going to have a high of 82, partly cloudy skies today. Tonight, a few passing clouds. Otherwise, generally clear, low of 56. It was really nice this morning. I know last week we had some days that felt like fall. This morning, it was in the 60s when I woke up, so that was nice. Friday, tomorrow, TGIF, considerable clouds early, some decrease in clouds later in the day. And then tomorrow night, a few clouds from time to time, low around 59 as we open the Great Frederick Fair.
Woohoo!
I'm so excited about that. Now, listen, I want to tell our listeners out there, and I talked to you off air yesterday about this. On the 18th, we're going to be honoring our own Bob Miller. Okay. Bob Miller has been with WFMD since it first started in 1936. How about that? Isn't that amazing? Don't tell Bob I said that. Well, he watches the show, so he probably heard me know. Bob Miller has been with us for 30 years at WFMD, which in this industry is absolutely
it's incredible.
It is one radio station for 30 years. So we are going to honor him on the 18th. Looking forward to that. me and Bob will be broadcasting live that day together. Yes, me and Bob Miller in the same place next to each other, staring in each other's eyes while we talk. But we invite the public to come down and say hello to us, and of course honor Bob Miller.
I'm gonna stop by. It's gonna be fun celebrating Bob on that day.
Legendary career here at WFMD, and he's still going strong, and I'm proud to work with him every morning and thankful for that. Real quickly, sports. The Orioles, man, they're on a skid. They lost to the Red Sox. The Yankees beat Toronto, so that puts the Birds about a game and a half behind the Yankees for the AL East lead, and the Nats beat the Braves 5-1. And that is sports. And good morning, Frederick.
All right, you did it. You made it.
I made it. See,
one more day until the end of the week.
That is it. Today I did the show without Bob, and I always miss Bob when he's not next to me. And I always like having Bob below me down here. He'll be back. He'll be back. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow. So we'll see.
All right.
Pleasure as always.
All right. Have a great day.
Take care.
All right. Thanks to Chris Michaels from WFMD's Morning News Express. All right. Let's talk about the giveaways. I got something new for you. How about $5 to the Station Market and Cafe? That is the new place that opened up at the corner of Bent's and 7th Streets, where that old gas station used to be. And they are giving you the opportunity to get basically like a free coffee or a free treat, like a scone or whatever they have there during the day. Or certainly you can spend it on anything else. They've gotten some products in the market. I saw some pictures on social the other day, like she is going to carry special organic things like flour and things like that. So you could win one of 10 $5 gift cards so you can check out the Station Market and Cafe. You're going to want to text Station to 888-465-2944 to be eligible to win that. I'm going to give all of those away probably next Friday. So text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to win any of these prizes. And you can text all of them if you want, because we randomly select people you could win. You still got that opportunity for that Jack Pass to the Frederick Fair. Again, you have to buy them before 5 p.m. tomorrow at thegreatfrederickfair.com if you want to save on the admission and all you can ride wristbands. Okay. You have to buy them before tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Then they will no longer be on sale and you're paying full price. And there's no reason to pay full price if you can save a couple of bucks. All right. We got those 5 Maryland Lottery scratch offs and the Tree Trekkers 3-hour adventure ticket, which is good through next June. All right. We love to give you as much as we can, not only information, but freebies are great as well. All right. Quick break. Then we're going to talk about what's happening in Frederick with the events the rest of this week and this weekend, plus some ones you're going to want to pin on your calendar that are coming up. Also, you're going to hear from Rhonda Lang from Raize the Bar. I've got Bryce Griffler from Safety is for Everyone. And Miss Maryland, Bridget O'Brien. All of that is coming up right after this.
Real estate
All right, it's time to talk about what is happening in Frederick. Oh my goodness, I don't even have I thought I put it up here. Let's see. Here we go. I got it. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar. It is Birria Thursday at Taco Bar at West Point Plaza on Route 40, kind of up as you're going toward alternate 40. Birria is slow-cooked shredded beef served in many different ways. One of the most common ones is on tacos with melted cheese and paired with consomme, that beef broth made from the birria juices. Mwah! Chef's kiss. Taco Bar has birria tacos, queso birria, torta birria, birria fries, and more. Remember, they only offer this special on Thursdays. Now, in some news, Raul, who's the owner of Taco Bar, is opening Taquito Hagerstown in just 2 weeks. We want to congratulate them. I am going to head up to Hagerstown when they open to check it out, and I'll share that with you. Hagerstown's not that far. I get it's not in Frederick, but the owners are from Frederick, so we love that. All right, let's talk about where you find everything that is happening in Frederick. Well, of course, you have to go to the best calendar in all of the land, and that is available right now at promocircus.com. And then in order to see what is happening, I recommend just clicking on the agenda tab, okay? And you're going to get hour by hour the times that everything starts, where you can head out and check out some of the great things that are offered by our local organizations like the Frederick County Public Library, Celebrate Frederick, Downtown Frederick Partnership, Visit Frederick. I go to all of these websites as often as I can and compile all of these events. I also scour through Facebook occasionally to see what is happening so I can make sure you guys can stay up to date. But if you happen to be somewhere and you see an event and I don't have it or haven't covered it, feel free to message me through social media, or you can text me the link to our text line, which is 888-465-2944. That way I can include it. So today is the day for the Cozy Castle Tea and Home Tour. I'm not sure if they still have tickets available, but we want to wish Karen Hillman all the best on that event. This is a great home in Imesville. It was built in the 1920s, and she has just made it spectacular. If you want to check it out and maybe go enjoy some tea and cookies on her patio, I really recommend it. Also, of course, it is Alive at 5 tonight. Tonight is it's the 12th. Before we ate. Interesting. Before we ate, we were hungry. Anyway, they are classified as chill wave. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm sure it'll be wonderful. Besides, Alive at 5 is all about seeing your friends and having a lovely after work happy hour where everything is just $6. $6 to get in, $6 beer, wine, and cocktails. And of course, you can purchase food from the food trucks that are there as well. All right, tomorrow, tonight as well, The Great Gatsby is playing at the Weinberg Center at 7:30 p.m. If you want to see a classic in an amazing theater, you might want to head to the Weinberg tonight to see The Great Gatsby. I'm sure I watched that movie back when I had to read the book. I found watching the movie kind of implanted characters in my head. Once I read the book, then, the books are always better, of course. Of course, they're always better, but still. I don't think I've seen it since then. So that's since the 80s, maybe. So might want to head out there and see that tonight. Tomorrow, really, it is all about In the Street. In the Street is tomorrow, and I don't know if they've changed it to In the Streets or back. But anyway, you know what it is. Straight down Market Street, across the Carroll Creek Linear Park. So starts tomorrow, 11 a.m. I would love for you to stop by the home of everything, Frederick. because what I'm going to be doing is giving you an opportunity to win to get, not even win. You don't have to win it. To get a Good Morning Frederick t-shirt and make sure we get some recordings of you saying your name and, hey, you're watching Good Morning Frederick. I would love to get you on the show in that way. And I will entice you by giving you a Maryland Lottery scratch off if you're 18 or over. Or I've got free tickets to the fair I'd like to give you just in exchange for being on camera. So stop by. My husband Ashley will be over there. Mama Cone is going to be in the shop because if you do just a couple of things, you're going to get a free Good Morning Frederick t-shirt, tank shirt, whatever we have left. Tumblers. I'm clearing everything out. I'm going to make room for some, I guess, winter weather stuff. And we've got that coming. So, I mean, I really don't want to clear everything out, but you know what I mean. And so we'd love to see you at In the Streets tomorrow, Saturday, at 11 to 5 p.m. Also, it is the Build a Bed event on Saturday for Sleep in Heavenly Peace, their bed build. That starts at 8 a.m. So you could get up early, go help them build 40-some beds on Saturday, and then come to In the Streets. That would be a cool way to spend your day, doing something good for someone else, and then you can do something good for yourself. Also, on your calendar, want to make sure you're aware, mark it for the Love for Laughlin holiday hockey fundraiser, which is September 21st, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. That is a 21 and up only fundraising event that is casual wear, jeans, shorts, all encouraged. Food and drinks are included with your ticket. You can go to loveforlaughlin.org to get your tickets. Or, of course, if you see the event on that calendar, you'll be able to click through and get the link there. And just want you to mark February. Geez, Louise. The 28th of this month, September, is the Festival of Flight at the Frederick Airport. That's why I thought February. Festival of Flight at the Frederick Airport is Saturday, the 28th of September, and that's a great event. They've got so many kids' activities. They've got a bunch of planes coming in that'll be set up so you can see them, and I do believe they are actually doing some sort of in-the-air demos with some radio-controlled planes, I think, and maybe something else. So it's going to be very cool. If you've never been to the Frederick Airport, it's a great time to head over there. And then October 5th is the Oktoberfest 5K Fun Run for Key City Foundations. Oh, and also November 2nd is Second Chances Road Rally. And that's a lot of fun for the family in the car. It's like a literal scavenger hunt, visual scavenger hunt, as you drive through Frederick County. And that benefits, of course, Second Chances Garage, which gives vehicles to people without transportation. All right, if you have an event you want to include it on the calendar, email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com, or, of course, you can tag me on social. All right, we've got our market makers. These are the people who make the Frederick economy as good as it is. Market Makers is sponsored by Candles by B&L, specializing in handcrafted soy wax scented candles. They use only the finest ingredients. It's a woman, minority, and veteran-owned business right here in Frederick. We love that. Candles by B&L, their goal is to light up your mood one candle at a time. You can buy them online, candlesbybnl.com, or you can come purchase some candles at the home of Everything Frederick. We will have the shop open during In the Streets, so stop by and see some of the great things we have from some of our local artisans, because they are amazing as well. Rhonda Lang has been taking her education as a former food educator and putting it into her cottage baking business, Raize the Bar. Mama Cone and I visited her while she was at the Urbana Farmers Market, which if you haven't been to, very cute. A lot of good stuff there. We also bought some corn on the cob as well. But we sampled some of her tasty artisan brownies and blondies, and we're going to give you what we thought of each one of them at the end of this. But here's Rhonda. Market day. I'm in Urbana. What a great market this is.
Oh, it is.
You've been doing this one for quite a while.
I've been doing it for 2 years.
So I'm with Rhonda.
Hi, everybody. Hello again.
She's back. We're back here because we wanted to see Rhonda in action. Raize the Bar. You do kind of a spin on something no one else really does. These really nice sized, how many, 4 ounce, 6?
5 ounce.
5 ounce.
Sometimes bigger.
Sometimes bigger. Bars that are just these great concoctions.
Artisan brownies and blondies, basically.
Artisan brownies and blondies.
Yes.
Personally, I'm a favor of the blondie because I'm not a chocolate fan, but you do have plenty for chocolate fans.
I do. Usually I have 5 brownie choices and 4 blondie choices.
Okay.
And always 1 gluten-free option.
Oh, very nice.
Yes,
Very nice.
yes.
So let's remind everybody, you came from an educational background.
Yes, I was a culinary arts and hospitality educator for over 2 decades.
Yes, yes. And you decided to do this when you needed a little bit of flexibility in your
Correct.
schedule. And I don't know how you get more time by running your own business, as we were just talking about, but I do know it gives you some flexibility.
It is, because the main part of the flexibility is I'm a cottage baker, so I bake from my home. Good morning. How are you today? Artisan brownies and blondies
Come
is
on
what I
in.
am. Come on in. All different kinds. You want cookies and cream instead?
I want both.
Oh, you want both? All right. Do you need a bag, sir? All right, you can take 1 of each then, and I'll give you the change to give to your dad. Make sure that you give it to him. Enjoy those. First sale of the day.
Oh, wow, there you go. Well, we are here early, so
Yes,
that's good.
That's good. But anyway, so I was
Yeah.
saying that I'm a cottage baker, and we can bake out of our home.
Right, which
So
makes it a little
that's-
bit easier.
That gives me the most flexibility.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so when did you start?
I've been in business now 2 years.
Okay.
June was my 2nd year anniversary.
Awesome. What's your best seller?
Oh my goodness, it depends on the day.
Of course it does.
And I just changed to seasonal flavors. I would say my biggest seller, 2 of my biggest sellers, is my peanut butter overload blondie
Okay.
and the salted pretzel caramel brownie.
Very nice. Yes, I can understand why those would be good. People can also reach out to you for catering options and
Correct.
special events and things like
Yes.
that, because I know you do some smaller options.
I do. I
Bite-sized.
do quarter sheet pans cut into 24 bars, so
Yeah.
perfect for a party,
Yeah.
a gathering. Recently, I did my regular size bars for a rehearsal dinner for a wedding.
Oh,
I
great
even
idea.
made customized labels for them.
Oh,
I can
that's
do that.
nice.
I can do favors for weddings, either big size, little size, whatever the client prefers.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It
I
is.
love those options actually as a favor, or instead of the cake, a lot of people are moving to small
dessert
cakes
tables, things
and
like that.
dessert table.
yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
They can find you at this market.
On every other Sunday.
Every other Sunday.
Through the end of October.
Okay.
I'm also at the Mount Airy Farmers Market every Wednesday.
Okay.
And then I go to Boonesboro
Ah,
at
nice.
least once a month. I think next month I'm there twice.
Yeah, and it's on your social media. I
It
think.
is.
Yeah, you
I'm on
post-
both Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, so you can find Rhonda Raize the Bar with a Z. Raize the Bar. Check out her Facebook and Instagram to find out where she is next, and you can reach out to her if you want some customized goodies. Mama Cone and I are going to buy a couple and do a tasting, and we're going to let you know which one's
I
our
like that.
favorite.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Rhonda.
Thank you, Danny.
All right. We're sitting at the farmer's market. We're gonna try some of Rhonda's stuff. What do we got?
This is pumpkin spice pecan blondie.
Oh my gosh, it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Break into them.
Look at this cute little clip.
Oh
That's
yeah.
adorable.
And then another little clip.
That's so you remember me.
Yes. Rhonda's little ties are these little tiny clothespins. So nice. You got live music out here today.
It's a beautiful
It's a
day.
gorgeous day. It is kind of fall-like though. All right, here we go. All right. Definitely in time for the seasonal pumpkin.
Oh.
Very good. Mmm. Yeah.
No, I can't use pumpkin, like real pumpkin.
I know, because of the puree and all that.
Right. But I can use the spice.
Yeah.
Perfect with pecan.
Yeah, that's really good.
Be perfect with coffee.
Would be pretty good. Perfect. Mmm. That's good. Yeah, that's good, like coffee cakey.
It's delicious.
All right, what other one did you get?
There's 3 in here.
I know.
Oh.
You got the Reese's one, too.
This is brown butter apple blondie with maple glaze.
Mmm.
Well, this is a fun thing to do.
Yeah, it's a great. So if you've been to Urbana Market recently, they moved from kind of the parking lot to right in front of the library. I think it's nice. I mean, it's probably a little bit more condensed than it used to be. Oh gosh. Ooh. All right, messy. It's good. That is delicious.
Very good.
That's really good, isn't it? The maple.
Yeah. Definitely.
You know, when Mama Cone goes back for the second bite, it's good. Actually, the other one was really good too, though. This
I
one,
have the best job in the world.
yeah, yes, he does. All right, and you got to taste as the third one because it's chocolate,
Okay.
and we all know, not a fan. But I am gonna go for another bite of this. It's good. Nope, not even a little bite.
This is peanut butter overload blondie.
She said this has Reese's peanut butter cups and Butterfingers in it,
Oh yeah, look at that.
and peanut butter chips, which peanut butter is my jam. Caramel and peanut butter are my number ones. This is really good though. Mmm. No weight loss today, I can tell you.
No. And it continues
All right, Meryl.
from evening to day.
It does look good though.
You'd like the crunch part of this.
I would, I know.
Very
Good? Yeah? The peanut butter overload.
Yeah, peanut butter's from the gods.
Yeah, it is from the gods. All right, of the 3, which is your favorite? The pumpkin spice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna say number 1 is my brown butter apple blondie, but this is definitely
Yeah.
good. They're both good. We love them. They're good. You gotta look her up. Raize the Bar with a Z. All right, want to thank Rhonda Lang and Mama Cone, of course, for hanging with me for that one. It was a lot of fun, and they are good, those bars. All right, one more quick break, then we're back with Bryce Griffler from Safety is for Everyone and Miss Maryland, our very own Bridget O'Brien. All of that is coming up just after this.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
All right, A&S Construction. Oh, I meant to get the pictures. They're a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're right here in Frederick. I had A&S Construction come out and put on this gutter screen, basically, so that the leaves don't keep clogging our downspouts, and then all the water shoots out the top and doesn't do what it needs to do. Well, I contacted Sandra. Two of her employees came out yesterday. They were excellent. They were on time. They finished the work, and I do not have to worry about those leaves from our lovely neighbors who I do love dearly, and they have beautiful trees. But in the fall, they shed a bazillion leaves each. I feel like they grow extra leaves right before the fall just to drop onto our lawn. So our house sits right below these trees, and we constantly ashes up there trying to clear it. And none of us needs to be climbing those ladders, and we couldn't even reach the ones on the second story. So want to thank A&S Construction, and they also specialize in roofing and siding and windows, and they can do your patios and decks as well. Give them a call, 301-703-2157, or you can visit them at ansconstruction.net. A&S Construction right here in Frederick. All right. And they make our market great for sure. But someone else who is making our market excellent is coming up right now. Let me just get the right. I don't know why I'm a little discombobulated. I already did Candles by B&L. This is supposed to. All right. This is sponsored by CK Nails, and I just noticed that special offer got covered up by the live tally thing. You might not have been able to see it. I'm not sure if you see what's on my screen or not. But anyway, CK Nails is your full-service nail and spa salon. They offer manicures, pedicures, facials, waxing, eyelash extensions, and more. In September, you get a free cuticle oil combo gel manicure with any pedicure. That is an amazing deal. Actually, Mama Cone and I might have to head over there and do that. She likes those gel manicures, and we love to get pedicures. So I might even get a gel manicure as well. What the heck? Let's go to cknailsfrederick.com. You can get all the pricing and book the appointment and see a full list of services. CK Nails Frederick is located just off of Christopher Crossing, which is the extension of Monocacy Boulevard. So easy access from a lot of neighborhoods, from all the way across 26 to the northern developments on this side of town. cknailsfrederick.com. All right, I'm getting right back where I need to be. Founded in 2023, Bryce Griffler and his business partner, Bill Gettings, created Safety is for Everyone on the premise that every individual deserves a safe, inclusive workplace and community. And here is Bryce to tell us all about Safety is for Everyone. This show affords me the opportunity to meet some great people of Frederick, and I get the great honor of sharing them with you, our viewers at Good Morning Frederick. And Bryce Griffler is one of those people. Safety is for everyone is your company. Is that correct? Did I get that right?
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Okay, so while I totally agree, safety is for everyone. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the company and when it was established?
Yeah, and thanks so much for having me today, Danny, and I'm excited to be here on Good Morning Frederick. So, originally, actually stood up the company in September of last year, and it's been a long time coming. So, my background is as an engineer. I like to call myself a recovering engineer. That's my training and education was in, and at some point in my career, it's a storied history, but at some point in my career, I had the opportunity to get a little bit more involved in diversity, equity, and inclusion, specifically training myself and then helping educate others. And I had some great experiences where I was able to foster what I call people's aha moments, these moments of, oh, I get it. I understand the business case and how inclusion impacts the bottom line. It's not about what we call, sometimes you hear being woke. It's about doing the right thing and also recognizing what it means for the businesses and the communities where we operate. And so, kind of fast forward, I had a lot of opportunities to speak in front of audiences. And finally, at some point, I kind of looked around and said, you know, it's fulfilling, but I can't keep doing this without some structure behind it, right? And making sure that I'm driving value for what it is that I'm bringing to these businesses and communities. So that's where I am today, is as a training, consulting, and speaking company. Safety is because that's what I work in now, is environmental health and safety. And the best part about that is nobody will ever argue that safety is not good for people, it's
Right.
not good for business, but it spans beyond just like safety in the workplace, right? It's like psychological safety, the safety and comfort of being your true, full, authentic self in everything that you do. Danny, you and I were just talking before we got on here about how you are able to be your full, true self in these video podcasts. And that's just so remarkable and allows you to bring so much more value to Good Morning Frederick because of it.
Yeah, very cool. I'm actually most interested in how an engineer is so comfortable speaking publicly and with the charisma that you have. It doesn't quite line up for me, but I love it.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? And arguably, that is my privilege. My privilege in that I am often put in rooms in front of leaders, decision makers, business partners, and other engineers, and yet I can come and
Yeah.
speak and educate and listen and be vulnerable, and that's the beauty of it all.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much. So tell me, what can Frederick do as a community to support the efforts that you're making with local organizations?
Yeah, so I think as individuals that are in our community, it's up to us to really step up as leaders and recognize that there's always something we can be doing better. It doesn't mean that we're not good now. It doesn't mean that we're bad people now, but it means that we, in order to remain competitive in a global market, in order to continue to be enticing to local customers, we always have to be looking for that next thing. What is that next thing? Is it a focus on how we're marketing, right? Is it a focus on how we are appealing to our own employees and keeping them, right? Retention is so important. And so in answer to your question, I think it's, as leaders in our community, it's doing some introspection to say, okay, I'm not a bad person for looking for what else I need to improve. So in health and safety, we call that continuous improvement. Every day, we are relentlessly scouring for opportunities to be better. And so doing the same thing in our own, whether you're in a small business, whether you are work for a large corporation, whether it's a volunteer organization somewhere, maybe it's your local church or a youth group, looking around to find those ways. Where can I maybe bring someone in to come and speak with us, or do some more educating or collaboration? Where can I open my mind and ask questions that maybe make me uncomfortable, but that's where I'm going to grow. I'm going to grow personally and professionally by having some of those uncomfortable conversations. So, encouraging everyone to take that first step outside of your comfort zone and take it as a great learning opportunity. And so, maybe that's a very deliberate step in hiring somebody who's a thought leader to actually come in and speak with your organization, or maybe it's something as simple as going to one of your coworkers or peers and asking questions that you've always been intrigued to ask about, but have never felt comfortable doing so out of fear, out of confusion, because that discomfort is where we're going to see that personal and professional growth.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think it's really great that you're able to step out and ask those questions and get people to, respond and enact, some of the changes. And speaking of that, like, what are some of the, I guess, just broad level things that you've seen implemented once you were able to speak to an organization? Do you have some examples of that?
Yeah, so the examples span the full gamut, right? So I have seen organizations that I have helped stand up global inclusion campaigns, right? Involves signing a pledge and wearing a pin that you signify that you've signed the pledge, and going out of your way to join activities, especially related to demographics or affinities to which you don't belong. And then all the way down to very individual and targeted efforts and experiences where we are having maybe facilitated conversations with just 4 to 5 people, those critical conversations, and then having people come back to you months later. They're like, that was the start of me really being vulnerable. I didn't realize just how powerful me being vulnerable. Then my coworkers, my peers around me saw that power and they were willing to be vulnerable, and it just cleared the air. And so you can, it's to what extent that you're comfortable with. But I've seen the full gamut of kind of those individual, more targeted, specific kind of circle group meetings, well facilitated, of course, or to those more broad global campaigns. I've seen both do wonders for organizations and our communities.
Yes, absolutely. Now, how can an organization get in touch with you, whether they want you as a speaker or more consultative to help them to implement some of these changes? How can they get to you?
Yeah, so our website, www.safetyisforeveryone.com, safetyisforeveryone.com, has ways you can reach out to us. Also has some podcasts we've been featured on, some articles that myself and my business partner have been featured on. We make a fantastic couple of business owners. We are extremely different in so many ways, and that's what makes it so fantastic. You'll see a variety of topic areas that we specialize in, but I gotta say, Danny, as of late, a lot of the organizations that are reaching out to us are asking for us to build and develop content that we hadn't previously done before. Of course, we're more than happy to do that. The content and the data, a lot of it is available out there, but getting it collated, compiled into a manner that can be delivered by experienced adult educators, that's where organizations are looking for support. And then, of course, that engagement piece, right? It can be so challenging to find an engaging educator, speaker, webinar host nowadays, right? Especially with how challenging it can be to just talk to a camera. And so we're happy to build out custom content as well. Our partners have been extremely pleased with that. Safetyisforeveryone.com.
That's unreal. Look, amazing that it's only been a year of you actually, committing to this full time. Do you feel like you've been doing it longer, or do you feel like, oh my gosh, time is flying?
Yeah, I feel like it has just been constant learning, which we like to say it's always a journey, it's always about learning. But I feel as though every week there's something else, and I'm like, okay, I didn't know that was going to be the case. Whether it's pertaining to taxes, whether it's pertaining to technology that different organizations use, whether it's pertaining to questions that we receive, right? We specialize in fielding really uncomfortable conversations and questions. And I still periodically get questions like, that is not something I would have expected to get. And let's jump into that. Let's peel that back and let's talk about it. And so yeah, I think it's felt like a really good time. But yeah, a year. It is bananas that it's already been a full year. I can't believe it.
I know when you're kind of caught up in it, it's like it's day by day, right? And then you suddenly you look back, you go, holy cow, there we are. So that's awesome. Yeah. If there was one thing that you wanted Frederick to know about the organization, or if there was one takeaway they had, what would that be for you?
I would say the biggest takeaway is that our organization is not on a mission to change you or other people or make anyone woke. Our organization is on a mission to offer tools, data, and storytelling to help people make their organizations and their communities the best they can be, to make them appealing, to retain your employees, to make you a world-class church, youth group, whatever recreational organization that you are. We have all of that to help enable that and give you kind of a second look. So that's the biggest thing, is sometimes with all of this data, the sentiment is that, are you telling me I'm a bad person? I've been doing things wrong all of my life. And I would get no benefit out of telling you you're a bad person or guilting you. That's absolutely not the goal. The mission is to take, again, that combination of data, and there's my engineer showing again, right? The combination of data combined with the power of storytelling, and then enable business leaders and community leaders to make decisions that are best for their organizations.
That's amazing. What kind of a basis that you're laying and groundwork for building a better community. I absolutely love it. We really appreciate your time, and certainly I think we should have you back in a bit, just to kind of revisit, remind, and let people know how things are going.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love the opportunity. Thanks so much for having me today on the show, Danny, and appreciate everyone watching on Good Morning Frederick. But happy to be here and happy to keep the conversation going in the future as well.
Absolutely. All right. Want to thank Bryce, and safety is for everyone. Love that, and love how he's making our community better. All right. Speaking of fun people, good people making our community better, let's do People of Frederick. People of Frederick is sponsored by the Great Frederick Fair, coming Friday. That is tomorrow through the 21st. Tickets are still on sale for all the live entertainment, including Flo Rida tomorrow, Bachman Turner Overdrive, Tracy Lawrence with Sarah Evans, Beach Boys, Riley Green, and Casting Crowns. Get tickets and details at thegreatfrederickfair.com. All right, local girl Bridget O'Brien is making the most of her Miss Maryland title, which just started not too long ago, a couple months ago, June, I think, or July. I had the chance to chat with her as she visited her former dance studio, 24/7 Dance, which we love them too. Here's Bridget. I am at 24/7 Dance on, what are we on? Jefferson Boulevard, right off of there, with Miss Maryland. Bridget, congratulations.
Thank you.
Crowned just 2 months ago.
Yes.
So, and you've been competing for a long time. So tell me about what pageants are like today. Like, how has the process been?
Yeah, so I compete for the Miss America organization, the Miss America opportunity. So it's exactly what you would see on TV in Atlantic City. We compete in interview, onstage question, talent, evening gown, and fitness wear. And it's the same pageant that you know and love. And it's all about service and scholarship. Okay. So when I won Miss Maryland, I won a scholarship that now will allow me to graduate from my master's program at the University of Alabama completely debt-free.
Oh, wow.
So this organization has really been super instrumental in my pursuit for higher education, as well as my community service and involvement within the state of Maryland.
Okay, what do you have a particular charity or cause that you...
Yeah. So every person, every title holder within the Miss America opportunity has their own community service initiative. And so mine's called Boomerang, and it's something that I created myself, and it's all about changing how society views failure and really rebranding that from a negative to a positive thing, because it really is a catalyst for success.
It is.
And I want everyone to, learn that message and utilize that and implement it in their own life. This is something I would have loved to have when I was younger, especially going into college. And so now I get to promote that message across the state of Maryland.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
Thank
As
you.
an entrepreneur, I think Gary Vee says it best, fail fast.
Yeah.
Fail fast, fail often, because the more failure you have, the better you're able to readjust and succeed.
Yeah.
And do you find that as well?
Yes. So I've competed for the Miss Maryland title 6 times, and there was a lot of more failures that came with that as well. And so being here, and if I didn't have those failures, I wouldn't be the Miss Maryland that I am today, and I wouldn't be able to share the message that I have and be so passionate about it. So I definitely agree with that, and I think it's a message that needs to be shared with not only young kids, but people of all ages, because I feel like everybody can learn from it.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I remember when my son was trying out for freshman high school soccer, didn't make the team. I could tell on his face right away when he came out. And I said, you can either let this define you or drive you. And I think a lot of times what we need to learn is sometimes we didn't prepare correctly. Sometimes it just
How it
happens,
is, yeah.
right? It's just the way it is. But it's nothing we should dwell on, except for the fact of what can we learn from this?
Yep.
So Boomerang, is this a program that others can join in, or it's just really about your messaging?
No, it's something for everybody to join into. So I'm actually kicking off my school tour here starting in next week, actually, where I'll be able to go into many different schools. I'm starting at Frederick High School, speaking with students, getting them involved with the program, getting them engaged on social media, and hopefully it ends up being a chain reaction. This doesn't end with me giving a workshop or me giving a speech. It keeps going further than that, because if at least one person takes something away from it and they can share that message with other people, then you're going to see a chain reaction happening, and it's just going to be contagious.
Oh my gosh, I love this. I love that you are really highlighting your 6 failures before the crowning, because it's important for people to know, not just see this part, but all of the work that
was
went
behind
into it. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. That's very exciting. Well, so master's program, very exciting. Are you supposed to be in school right now?
No, so I'm getting my master's. So I'm a summa cum laude graduate from the University of Alabama, and I got my degree in news media.
Oh,
and with a focus
I might need
in
to be
sports.
hooking up with you after this.
Yeah, so with the focus in sports.
Okay.
And then I got really into the sports management industry through an internship I did with the Frederick Keys last summer. So I'm pursuing my master's in sports management at the University of Alabama, completely online. So I'm able to take 2 classes this semester while pursuing Miss Maryland and the Miss America opportunity.
Well, that's great. Well, if there was one thing you want everybody watching Good Morning Frederick to know, what would that be?
Oh my goodness. Well, one thing I want everyone to know is just that failure isn't final, and that it's something that we really need to use as motivation to keep going and to be better. And that the Miss America opportunity is a great catalyst for this, for the Boomerang message, because we are all about striving to be the best versions of ourselves, and there will be failure that comes with that, but we are all about uplifting women and pushing them to, like I said, be the best that they can be. And that's exactly what I want to share at the Miss America competition coming up in December.
Oh, that's so exciting, and I absolutely love it, because to be honest, no matter what everyone else sees on the outside, you have to believe in yourself and know that these are minor hurdles, obstacles that you may have to work on to get where you want to be. So we really appreciate your time. Wish you all the best. We'll be cheering you on in December.
Thank you.
And I know we're going to see lots more of you. Who knows where, on what network, but maybe we can get her more on here.
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. Oh my goodness, how adorable is she, and smart. She's going to be, someone that we're already proud of here in Frederick County, but I know she's going to do big things. All right, coming up tomorrow, Marquise Swift of Swift's Automotive and Multi-Services. I talked to TJ High School's head football coach, Bo Traber. Oh, great story there. Karen Nicholas from the Great Frederick Fair is going to share all the free things that can be done at the fair this year starting tomorrow and what to expect from game day at Benstown this Sunday. All of that's tomorrow. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Have an amazing day. Get out there and let's be as great as we can be, Frederick. Absolutely.